Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my page. We got a quick little video for you guys today, just discussing my thoughts on the 2023 e-Performance C63s and how I feel like Mercedes really dropped the ball on it. This is just a quick video about the pros and cons and the things I think Mercedes could have done better. All in all, it's a beautiful car. From what I understand, it's available in the UK and it's available throughout the rest of the world, but unfortunately, it's not available in the United States until the end of 2023, the beginning of 2024. It's a beautiful car, man. I think they did a great job with it. Of course, I know a lot of people have a lot of negative things to say about this car, but I think we could all agree that, man, it's a beautiful car. As far as the front grille, as far as the styling, the wheel options that you have. But just like everybody else, man, I wish they would have called it something else. I don't think that this is true to a 63. And what confuses me about this car the most is that, so they have a S63 e-Performance, they have a GT63 e-Performance, and now they just came out with the C63 e-Performance. The S63 and the GT63 both are still V8s. They still both stand true to the 63 badge and they're V8s. It's a little confusing to me why Mercedes would bring out a C63 that's not a V8. Usually when you get a Mercedes, 63 stands for something. 63 means that you're getting the top of the line, top trim with the biggest motor that you could get in that vehicle. Of course, we all know that Mercedes does have a 65, which was the V12. They kind of discontinued that. They don't really do that too much anymore, which was a great motor, man. It sounded amazing. But as far as the 63 goes, that meant that you're getting a V8 historically. So this is a little confusing to me why they would name this vehicle a C63S instead of just ending the C63 line and coming out with something new, because I don't think that this stands true to what a 63 really means. But I'm going to give it a chance, guys. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So the new C63 comes with almost 700 horsepower and almost 800 pound-feet of torque. 671 horsepower to be exact, and 752 pound-feet of torque to be exact. Man, those figures are amazing, man. I really like those figures and what it's saying, but what you're giving up for that is a 4-liter V8, and you're trading that off for a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder. And you know, to me, like I said, guys, I really feel like they should have just renamed the whole car and called it something completely different than a C63, in my opinion. But it looks like with the 670 horsepower, with the 671 horsepower, guys, it does 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, which is amazing. It looks like it hit 174 miles per hour on the Autobahn, which is amazing. So with the new Mercedes e-Performance, when you see the e-Performance badge, and how you know that it's an e-Performance is it'll have red trim around the badging on the back. That's what they decided to do. So instead of putting e-Performance on the car, how you can know it's an e-Performance is if you see red trim around the badge. And that goes for the S down to the C class. It looks like you get the full effect of the car around 6,000 RPMs, and that just means that it's a high revving car and it has a lot of top end power. But let's get back to the styling of the vehicle, man. I really feel like Mercedes dropped the ball with this one, guys. Again, it does look amazing, and I'll give it to them. The car looks very good. It's very an aggressive looking car, from the wheels to the front grille. But I really feel like they dropped the ball with a car that looks like everything else. So basically, Mercedes, all of their line looks the same now. I actually saw a CLA not too long ago, and when it was coming towards me, I thought it was a GT. And I really don't like that about Mercedes, that it's kind of hard to distinguish one vehicle from the other nowadays. I think they're really dropping the ball with that, guys. I really do. The new display they have is amazing with the center console. The center console kind of reminds me of the S580. Then the dash that they have, it's not a full digital dash like on the E's. It's just a center screen that you have for the display. But it looks good. The interior looks good. But let's get to the quarter mile time. Let's see what it runs in a quarter mile. So guys, it actually looks like it runs a quarter mile in 10.8 seconds, which is great. My 2016 Mercedes runs the quarter mile in 11.6, so that's a big difference. Of course, that's with both motors. So yeah, guys, it's a beautiful car, but in my opinion, it leaves a lot on the table with the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder that it has now. They just gave BMW the leg up, in my opinion, because that was the only thing that we had on the M3, which is our competitor. As a C63 owner, the competitors for the C63 for BMW is the M3. For Audi, I would say it's the RS5. So yeah, guys, with this, I really feel like they gave BMW the leg up, because now we have the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder, of course with the electric motor at the back, but BMW has a 3-liter 6-cylinder. And you know what they always say, man, it's no replacement for displacement. The sound of the new 2-cylinder doesn't do it for me, guys. Of course, they have the noise coming out of the speakers, but it just doesn't do it for me, guys. But yeah, I really feel like Mercedes dropped the ball with this one. I really feel like they could have done more. I really feel like at least if they could have gave us a 6-cylinder, I feel like that would have been better. But to just go from a V8 to an inline 4, just too big of a jump. I really wish they would have just called it something else. I really think that they lost a lot of customers with this, because I don't think I'm going to move forward with the C63 line. Of course, my next car is going to be another Mercedes. I just feel like all of their cars look a little bit too similar. Before the new generation of Mercedes came out, it was obvious to tell when you were looking at a 63. It was obvious to tell when you were looking at an AMG. Like, AMG meant something. But nowadays, I feel like even with the newer models, they're letting you get AMG wheels and put them on any Mercedes. So I really don't know how I feel about that. I get that the C63 is the entry-level AMG that came with the V8, and that's what we knew it for, and that's what we understood it to be. But I felt like the 63 badge used to stand for something else. I feel like a lot of Mercedes purists and people that really love the brand and love the car itself are gonna leave Mercedes and go elsewhere, in my honest opinion, with this new direction that they're going with the company. Of course, Mercedes is still top of the line luxury, in my opinion. Can't too many other brands compete with them on quality, build quality, and a luxury feel. But I feel like anybody that's a true Mercedes purist is not gonna stick around. Of course, my next car will be a Mercedes, like I stated before. But after that, I think I'm gonna go to Porsche, because you just get a lot more. Honorable mention is that the new C63 does come in all-wheel drive, which is great. But I felt like the C63 wasn't really about all-wheel drive. That's not what a C63 was about. If you wanted all-wheel drive, I felt like you went with the E63 or you went with the GT63. Will I be purchasing the new C63 as E-Performance? I don't believe so, guys. It's kind of disappointing. It's kind of out of my realm. I don't really like the direction that they went with this vehicle. Again, I am a Mercedes purist. I'm a big fan of Mercedes. The car looks amazing, but it just looks too similar to other vehicles that Mercedes offer. It looks too similar to the E. It looks too similar to the S, and it even kind of resembles the GT63. I feel like when you spend that type of money you want people to be able to distinguish what they're looking at. I do believe a lot more people are going to leave Mercedes and go to other brands, maybe BMW, maybe Porsche. I feel like in the future that's where you're going to see a lot of Mercedes people going. So as always, guys, leave your comments down below if you agree with anything that I'm saying. If you disagree with anything that I'm saying, definitely comment it down below. So like this video, share it. It really helps the channel out a lot, and I would really appreciate it. Until next time, guys.